Hi Aquarius, this is Dawn Priolat and this is your Love Tarot reading, and this is for the time period of March 6th to April 6th. And before I get started, I want to make the same offer that I've given to all of the other signs that I've done the videos for. If you go to my website, www.dawnpriolat.com, you can schedule a love map session with me. And this love map session, we're going to find out exactly what is blocking you specifically from having the love that you want in your life. So look for the link underneath this video. It's a totally complimentary session, but only until March 15th. After that, it's gone. So, and also I want to thank you for your likes and for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate that. Also, because this is a general reading, it is for Aquarius sun sign, rising, and it might apply to you if it is your moon sign, and certainly if it is your Venus. But if you need something more specific, two things: you can go to my website and you can look under tarot readings, and you can actually schedule yourself a private one-on-one tarot reading with me, or you can actually get a 2-question reading that I have on special right now, where I will answer 2 of your most pressing questions on videotape, and I will actually mail you the videotape, email it to you. Okay? The other thing is I'm doing a radio show on Blog Talk tomorrow, where I will be doing some readings on the air. Okay? But you need to sign up for my email list on my website. And again, that's www.dawnpriolat.com. So, without further ado, Aquarius, this is a how to find love spread. So, first card, and this is from Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Angels, Milagros. It means miracles. And so the angels are saying this month, Aquarius, that you need to believe in miracles. You need to believe that you can have a relationship unlike what your mother had, and her mother had, and her mother before her had. You can have something better, but you have to have faith and believe in that. Now, along with that, we have right next to that, crecimiento espiritual, which means spiritual growth. You have been growing spiritually. Whatever you've been doing, apparently it's been working, because they're saying that you are growing spiritually. You're burning off some karma, so keep up that good work. And of course, that should help you to bring those miracles in. The other thing we have is rendir y liberar. So basically, it means surrender and, set yourself free. Just release it. And as far as releasing it, what I'm feeling is that you may be holding on to a past relationship that you really need to let go of. You may not even think you're holding on to it. But it may just come across as, you've kind of shut your heart down because you are ashamed and embarrassed over the way that you behaved in a past relationship. And you may not have ever forgiven yourself for that. And it's not always obvious, because sometimes it's an unconscious thing. And the other thing is, if you have recently broke up with someone, and I mean within the past couple of years, do remember that biologically it takes about 2 years to break the bond that you have with that person. And that's a biological fact. It's not something I just made up. But one thing that you can do that will help is stop being around that person. Stop showing up at the places he goes, kind of hoping to run into him. Don't do that. Because every time you smell his scent, every time you hear his voice, every time you touch him, you are reawakening that bond. You're just making that bond even stronger, and you're making it harder for you to move on. So if if it's not happening, if he's not calling you and wanting to get back together with you, then you need to stay away. And actually, that's the very thing that would bring him around, is if you would stay away, ironically. Now, going into the Rider-Waite, the first card that we have up, this represents you and the issues that are surrounding you. The King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords, he cuts through the crap. The blue represents the throat chakra, speaking your truth, and all this blue in the background. What I feel with this card is, wow, they just said you're having a problem being true to yourself. And the Lover's card I pulled for clarity around that. And this is about making choices. You often feel that you don't make good choices in relationships, and you still have not let that go. And so now you're actually afraid to make a choice that maybe would set you free, because you're afraid that if you shut the door permanently on this relationship. See, this is an unconscious thing oftentimes, women often say, oh no, I do realize there are other men out there, but I don't think we do. On an emotional level, I think we get so caught up in a relationship and we think, oh, this is the one. This is it for me. This is my soulmate. And I try to remind you, there's not just one soulmate. You have many, many soulmates, okay? So it's not like if you let this one go, it's just over forever. You've lost your chance. And I know that's hard to believe when you're emotionally involved, but that's why you've got to break that bond. So now the second card has to do with your behavioral patterns. They're influencing your love life. So the Hanged Man, you are trying to get a different perspective on things. You're trying to see things in a new way. But this card came up in the reverse, the Four of Pentacles. And again, the Four of Pentacles, it's like saying, you've got to let go. Because see, he's holding very tightly. Got his feet on these pentacles, holding this one and one on his head. He's not letting go. Again, you've got to let go of the past and forgive yourself. And it's not really so much about forgiving the other person. In fact, the other person probably doesn't even really have anything to do with what's going on. Oftentimes, it has to do with the relationship with your mother and your father, which you are bringing into your adult relationships. So if there's forgiveness, it's with yourself and it's with your parents. It probably has very little to do with this guy that you're with or this woman. So third card up, the areas that need further growth in order for you to find love. Well, the Three of Pentacles, this card is about working well with other people, working well with other people in the group. And the feeling I'm getting with this one, because it came up upside down in the reverse, is you're good with the fantasy of having someone in your life, But the everyday, day to day, and obviously this doesn't apply to everybody, but this is just what I'm feeling for some of you, is that the everyday living together with somebody, the everyday routine life, is the part that you have a problem with. Like when things start to get too close to where it looks like you might actually have a commitment, and you might actually think about living together or getting married, that's when things get weird because it's too real. So I hope that's making sense for some of you. Like I said, it's not everybody, but that's certainly a big block in having a relationship, is not being able to handle the day-to-day things that come up, like the communication, and how do you communicate things when there's a boundary that needs to be set. Now the fourth card, this is a part of your life that you need to change in order to find love. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Wow. What I'm feeling with this one is that there may be a part of you that's not wanting, there's a part of you that's like, screw this. Why should I have to change anything? Why should I have to work at a relationship? And I want to say to you, it's not about, you get an opportunity. You get an opportunity to understand, and I'm talking to the ladies right now, but you get an opportunity to understand men better. And guys, you get an opportunity to understand women better and how to get along better, because the biggest mistake that we make in relationships, in romantic relationships, is that we have this thing where, oh, we're all equal, we all want to be treated the same. Well, guess what? I'm all for men and women being paid equal wages for equal work. Okay, trust me on that one. I'm all for it. But the thing is, we are not the same. Men and women are very different in the way that we think. There's a big difference in a brain that's on estrogen, which is a woman's brain, and a brain that is mostly on testosterone. Huge difference, okay? And you need to learn what the differences are. Because if you try to treat your man like you, and expect him to act like one of your best friends, that ain't going to happen. And that's what's causing you problems. Now, the fifth card, sorry, I get a little bit intense sometimes, but I gotta speak the truth, Areas that you need to liberate in order to find love in your life. The Emperor in reverse. The Emperor is someone that likes things in order, very dogmatic, and likes to really be in control. And when the Emperor is in reverse, the control is very often in a very negative way. So they're saying this is the thing that you need to change in order to have love in your life. It's kind of the thing that, going forward, which is also affecting your ability to, let go. Like you feel like, no, I've got to control this situation. This guy that I am no longer with, I got to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere. And I know, because I've been there. I felt that desperation, that, oh my God, if he starts dating somebody else, I'll lose him forever. And, that kind of thing. And, oh my gosh, if you're in that situation, please contact me and get that love map session, because I will show you, some processes that I use to get you out of that fight or flight. Because when you're in that desperation and you can't let go, you're in fight or flight. And that's not a good place to be. It's and desperation is the least attractive state of being. That neediness, that desperation, it's very unattractive, Aquarius. So, like I said, this might not fit for everybody, but if it's you, you know it. And so, Aquarius, I hope that was helpful, and I will see you next month.